Russia Parliament has lambasted manager Fabio Capello after the country's national football fumbled at the group phase of the 2014 FIFA World Cup. Despite being the highest-paid tactician at the Mondial, the angry lawmakers dismissed the Italian's reign as the worst in the country's history. Here are some of the fallouts from the ongoing FIFA World Cup.
Limited, manufacturers of Chivita, Hollandia, Capri Sun and Cheese Snacks range of products.
Ghana Football Association President Kwesi Nyantaki has said the federation will no longer cover up active indiscipline in the camp of the Black Stars. The federation has been forced to adopt drastic measures to curb ill discipline after 2 players were thrown out of the team at the ongoing 2014 World Cup. Algeria coach Vahid Halilovic is likely not to extend his stay as head of the Desert Foxes despite an increasing public and political pressure on him to remain on board. The Bosnian led the country to their first ever round of 16 of a FIFA World Cup finals in Brazil, which sparked a huge mobilization of the Algerian people to ask for the extension of his contract. It was a different treatment for Fabio Capello, as the Italian tactician has been summoned to the Russian parliament to explain Russia's early exit from the World Cup. Capello has come under attack after the Russian team failed to make it through the group stage in what was its first World Cup in 12 years. FIFA says Liverpool striker Luis Suarez is banned from training with his club during his 4-month ban after apparently backtracking on earlier claims to the contrary.
Limited, manufacturers of Chivita, Hollandia, Capri Sun and Cheese Snacks.
Unveiling the new look of Guinness. Discover a colorful world of more.
Welcome in time for other sports news. In tennis, 7-time champion Roger Federer dismantled the big 7 game of Canadian Milos Raonic to reach his 9th Wimbledon final. Federer broke Raonic in the first game and went on to win 6-4, 6-4, 6-4 in 1 hour, 42 minutes. He'll take on top seed Novak Djokovic in Sunday's final after the Serb beat Grigor Dimitrov in 4 sets. The 32-year-old is trying to win his 18th Grand Slam title and his first since beating Andy Murray at Wimbledon in 2012. Meanwhile, top seed Novak Djokovic saw off Grigor Dimitrov in 4 sets to reach his 3rd Wimbledon final in 4 years. Djokovic, who is trying to win his 2nd Wimbledon title, won the close encounters 6-4, 3-6, 7-6, 7-6, as both players struggled with their footwork at times on the dry and dusty center court. Dimitrov had 3 points to force a 5th set at 6-3 in the tie break, but Djokovic fought back to make it through to his 14th Grand Slam final. If the 27-year-old wins on Sunday, he'll regain his #1 title and add to his 7 Grand Slam titles. Back to the World Cup, where Germany has qualified for the semi-final of the 2014 FIFA World Cup. The 2-time world champions defeated hard-fighting the French side 1-0 in the quarterfinal. Matt Hummel gave Germany the lead in the 13th minute after getting past Raphael Varane to nut in a cross from Toni Kroos. Germany is bidding to become the first country in World Cup history to reach the semi-final for the 4th successive tournament, as they've done. And Belgium, before we go there, let's bring you news of the match being played at the moment. Host Brazil are leading South American rivals Colombia 2-1 in their quarterfinal clash. Captain of the Brazilian team, Thiago Silva, scored after 7 minutes to give the Brazilians a 1-0 lead. He bundled in Neymar's corner from close range after the Colombia defense failed to clear the ball. PSG new signing David Luiz struck a second, courtesy of a smartly taken free kick. James Rodriguez pulled one back for Colombia from the penalty spot. The winner will play Germany in the semifinals. And that's it on sports news. The news at 10 continues shortly.
Unveiling the new look of Guinness. Discover a colorful world of more.
West African health ministers have agreed on the new plan to help curb outbreak of Ebola virus in the region. The health ministers from 11 countries have been holding discussions for 2 days in light of the rising number of reported cases and death. Our correspondent Amarachi Bani has more on this and other major stories on the foreign scene.
The meeting is one that was called by the World Health Organization after it said the region needs to take drastic action to prevent the spread of the virus. Health experts from the WHO have said cultural practices and traditional beliefs in some areas in West Africa are hampering public health measures and contributing to the spread of the disease. However, on the second day of their meeting, the health ministers agreed on a new strategy, which is that the WHO will open a sub-regional control center in Guinea to coordinate technical support, and all efforts will now be geared into awareness so more people can prevent contacting the disease. Let's check in now on Iraq, where Prime Minister Nouri al-Maliki has vowed to continue his bid for a third term in office, despite pressure to step down. Mr. al-Maliki is believed to be the main reason for the recent crisis in Iraq, as he has implemented policies favoring his own Shia community while marginalizing the minority Sunni Arabs. He's also refused to consider forming a national salvation government to counter the Sunni offensive, instead urging political forces to reconcile. We'll end in the UK, where Queen Elizabeth II has named the UK's largest warship, marking what she called a new phase in the UK's naval history. Addressing the ceremony at Fives Rosyth dockyard, the Queen said she believed the innovative and first-class ship, the warship that is, the largest ever to be built in the UK, will be a source of inspiration and pride for all of the United Kingdom. Those were today's major stories. It's back to you.
Well, good news from Nollywood as the much talked about Half of a Yellow Sun, the movie finally secures theatrical certification from the National Film and Video Censors Board. Details and other trending stories with Mayowa Gundele on Entertainment News.
On Entertainment News tonight, the National Film and Video Censors Board has approved 77 movies, including the controversial screen adaptation of Chimamanda Adichie's book, Half of a Yellow Sun, directed by B. Bandele. According to the board's corporate affairs representative, Cesar Cargo, the film, which stars Academy Awards nominee Chiwetel Ejiofor, Hollywood star Tandy Newton, and A-list Nollywood actors, has been approved for viewership in Nigeria and rated 18.
Passports! Bring out your passports!
How can I leave my children and run to safety?
You will be fine.
Why are you running? Where are you running to? Mama,
this approval is coming a few days after producers of the movie enlisted it for online viewing in the United States of America. From the movies to music, where Nigerian artist Two-Face Idibia, fresh from lending his voice to a cancer cause, has offered another charitable hand to the internally displaced persons in the country for various reasons. Two-Face Idibia has teamed up with the Nigerian Red Cross to help cater for Nigerians affected by the different crises in the country.
My colleagues and I have followed closely the humanitarian efforts of the Red Cross Society, and I must confess that we are truly inspired and honored and happy to be working in partnership with them. on this massive mission.
And aristocrat rapper Pukado has shared some tales of his humble beginnings in an exclusive interview with Channels Television. The singer, whose recent EP, Puki the Great, is generating a lot of buzz, revealed that even though music has given him so much love, it has also taken away so much from him.
When I was trying to do music, I had problems, serious problems with my family. They didn't want me to do music, so I left. Ever since, I've not been back. So basically, the only support I get is from my mom and just phone calls.
Give me love, give me good love. Give me little love, give me good love. Music lovers have a lot to choose from as Nigerian artists have released fresh tracks and videos. Singer Ketchup released a visual for Coco Banana featuring Banky W, the video directed by Adasha Cookie for Squareball Media. Also, Jay Martins released a video for Barrow, in which popular dance Queen Cafe featured with a dance crew. Well, that's it on entertainment. Thank you so much for watching.
Well, just in, her host Brazil will now face Germany in the semi-finals of the 2014 FIFA World Cup after a nail-biting 2-1 win over South American rivals Colombia. Captain Thiago Silva scored after 7 minutes to give the Brazilians a 1-0 lead. Thiago Silva bundled in Neymar's corner from close range after the Colombia defense failed to clear the ball. PSG new signing David Luiz struck a second courtesy of a smartly taken free kick. So James Rodriguez pulled one back for Colombia from the penalty spot. And the main news again, the Nigerian army has arrested 3 women suspected to be the leaders of Boko Haram's female wing in Adamawa State. Hafsat Bako, Zainab Idris and Aisha Abubakar, who were intercepted while traveling to Madagali, Adamawa State, are believed to have been secretly recruiting ladies into the female wing of the sect. Angry soldiers today ran riot on BRT buses, burning over 5 in the commotion after one of their colleagues was killed by a BRT bus. The soldiers beat up bus drivers, journalists and anyone else in sight while trying to prevent people capturing the rampage on film. And thousands of family members and sympathizers have attended the funeral of a murdered Palestinian teenager in East Jerusalem. Well, that's the news at 10 tonight. Many thanks for watching. Up next here on Channels Television, Focus on Africa.